So, you want to understand the Project Sekai Gacha system, huh? Well, how do I put this? The Project Sekai Gacha system is like if you took a computer, asked it to solve 2 plus 2, and it wrote a 40-step formula with proofs to solve the equation, and it still ended up with 4. All that to say, it's complicated. Way more complicated than it looks. My last video that was more explanatory had a really brief gacha section. I mean, I just talked about the cards and crystals, but there's so much more to the gacha system than that. I didn't even mention limb cards versus perm cards, or the pity system, or sparking, which is what I'm going to get into today. I'd call this video intermediate knowledge in terms of understanding the inner workings of the game. The gacha system of Project Sekai frustrated me to no end before I learned how it worked, so I hope that if you're watching this video while having similar struggles, it can clear things up for you. I think that's enough preamble, so let's get started. I'll begin with the pity system, and let me start off by saying that Project Sekai has the worst pity system of any gacha game I've ever played, which admittedly isn't a lot, but I did play Kingdom Hearts Union Cross back in the day, if that's any consolation. Anyway, you've probably seen a billion people complaining about Genshin's pity system if you're anywhere on gacha game social media. Trust me, Project Sekai is going to make Genshin look like a saint. Here's how the pity system works. There isn't one. Okay, I know that sounds bad, and you'd be right. However, there are a few mechanics that make the gacha system experience just a little bit better. On screen should be what gacha players call a banner. It's a collection of rate-up characters, or in our case cards, that are shiny and new, or having a long-awaited rerun. See that gacha bonus counter up there? Yeah, Blender Toya kinda did me dirty. Regardless, that little counter up there is something reserved for first-time banners. Once you reach the 50 pull count, the game will give you an additional guaranteed 4-star card from the permanent card pool. Once you reach 100, you'll get another guaranteed 4-star card, only this time, it'll be one of the 3 cards featured on the banner. Also, if you're pulling with regular crystals, a 10 pull on the banner only moves the counter up 5, so that means you'll actually have to double the counter when using regular crystals. 100 pulls for a Toya I didn't even get. Of course, you can just get lucky and have a 4-star card show up on one of your other pulls. Check out this Nightcord World Link pull I had. Yeah, my luck pretty much stopped after that. Again, this is only a thing for first-time banners. On screen now should be the rerun of the Musique 2 set, which I am also struggling with. As you can see, no pull counter, no pity system. Either I get lucky or I spark, which, let's be real, I won't be able to do that before the banner ends. Oh, what's sparking? I'm so glad you asked. Sparking is an extension of the pity system. Each time you pull, you're awarded with 5 gacha stickers, 10 stickers per paid crystal pull. The stickers themselves have 2 types, permanent and limited. The perm stickers are green while the limb stickers are pink. These align with the cards, which can also be permanent or limited. This is the same as Hoyoverse, if you're familiar. Just imagine that the standard banner has a bajillion characters in it. If you're not familiar, perm cards will join the overall 4-star pool after their initial banner is over. So, these VBS cards you've been looking at will all be joining the big huge perm pool once the event is over. That just means when you're pulling for another card, there's a chance you could get one of these instead. There are a lot more permanent cards than limited cards. Limbs are actually fairly hard to come by. There's only a few differences between limb and perm cards though. Limb cards are just that, limited, so you'll have to wait for a rerun to have a chance at them. Limb cards also come with their own special hairstyle that's unlocked for the character's costuming at the 2nd mastery rank. Oh, and don't get me started on Hako Limbs or Bloomfest cards. I think that'll be for my advanced Project Sekai informational video. I fear I've lost the point here. Oh yeah, sparking. So these gacha stickers can be exchanged in a little shop. You've got 3 options. 1, the vouchers, 2, wish pieces, and 3, the very cards featured on the banner. Unfortunately, it's a hefty price to get those featured cards. This is where those tickets come in. See, the vouchers stay in your inventory forever. If you pull on enough banners, you'll probably have a decent amount of them. You do get stickers even if you get the cards you want through just pulling, so make sure to exchange them for vouchers anyway to help your future self out. You'll see that you can exchange the stickers for a featured card in one of 2 ways. 1, using all 300 stickers just to exchange for the card you want then and there. 2, using 10 of your vouchers to alleviate the cost of 100 of the stickers, so you only have to use 200 stickers you got from pulling on the banner you wanted to get the card. Sounds confusing, I know. Basically, to spark, you'll need to pull at least 400 times, or 200 times for paid crystals. Remember what I said about the Project Sekai Gacha system being horrible? Yep, there you have it. 400 times just to guarantee the card you want. You're probably wondering if it's even worth it to pull on these glorified scam banners. I mean, no, but EN Global players have a very awesome advantage to help combat some of the gacha frustrations. Foresight. See, the event list on EN is exactly the same as the JP event list, give or take a few starter end dates, 1 year later. The First Concerto event was released on the JP server last year, in March of 2024, but EN players got to experience it in March of 2025. This allows us EN players to plan and, more importantly, save. And I mean save a lot, because you're going to need every crystal. I knew I wanted to try for the full Cyberpunk Dead Boy set when it dropped on EN, so I spent months saving up every crystal I could. And look, it worked! So you can beat the system. You can get lucky. Or you can get distracted by a cool new Toya card and forget about the Mizu 2 set rerunning not a day later and completely waste all of your leftover crystals on a Mako card. Not like that's what I did or anything. That just about wraps everything up. I know all of this is super confusing, but I hope it at least explains some terms you might be unfamiliar with. I was really confused by sparking for the longest time, so that's some wish fulfillment for me there. Oh, and also bragging a little bit about my super epic Cyberpunk Dead Boy full set. I hope you don't mind. Anyway, thank you for watching. I was going to wait a little bit more before making another one of these videos, but the Anna 2 script is taking a lot longer than I thought, and I need to stay on top of my schedule, so here we are. Don't be afraid to leave a comment if you're confused with any of the points in the video. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Good luck on those polls, everyone. Until next time.